So good morning everybody. Myself Dr. Thipperudraswamy. I have written book on personality development system. Today we are going to discuss about our Indian culture. See, remember, Indian culture is one of the finest, one of the refined, one of the most precious culture in the world, and it is agreed and accepted. Remember, it has a history of about more than 2000 to 4000 and 5000 or 6000 years ago. Remember, we have our own, including Sanskrit was the first literature. They do say that Sanskrit is the mother language for all the languages. Sanskrit has a very ancient history, very ancient history. And one more thing I just want to add, even our Kannada, whatever the language we speak in Karnataka, Kannada has a history of about 2000 years. So what I'm trying to say, nowhere in the world, their culture is preserved to this extent. Their culture is preserved to this extent. So Indian culture, so we all seen wherever you go in India, wherever you go in any remote place, anywhere, at least one temple will be there. At least one temple. So you go, you see anywhere. So they say so many temples were buried in water. So many temples are buried in mud. So many temples are buried in the sand and all. But remember, still there are about more than about 3000 lakh crores of temple. 3000 lakh crores of temple all over the world. I'm saying about Hindu temples. So number doesn't matter, it's just a number. Remember, all throughout the world I'm saying. They do say that our Sri Rama, what Ramayana. See, remember, whenever you think about your livelihood, your living, so for us, the living, everything was taught by our Sri Rama. And everything related to administration was taught in Mahabharata. So Ramayana, so our Rama, Ekapatni Vrata. So he says that he is Ekapatni Vrata. So he will be with only one life throughout his life. Whatever, when the male marries one girl, that girl will be his wife throughout his life till his last breath. That is called as Ekapatni Vrata. Our Rama is Pitruvakya Paripalaka. So he is the person who is going to listen to his father's words. See, remember, when he was a king, by listening to his father's words, he left all his kingdom, all the Aishwaryas, gold, lands, money, everything he left, and he went for Vanavasa. He went to forest, such that he will live in forest just like others, any others. Is it just because of his father's words? That is the value. That is the value we should give to our parents' words, mainly for the father's word. They say that mother is complete when she gives birth to a child, and father is complete when he settles the future of his child. So likewise, so when the father was saying, you leave all the Raja, all money, all kingdom, and go to forest and live like a normal person, our Rama dead. That is what they say, Pitruvakya Paripalakadu. And one more thing is, Ma Ramudu Annadamuluku Adarsha Prayadu. See, our Rama is a role model for all the brothers. See, whatever it is, whenever you see, we think about, see, whatever, see, when the parents, the father words, wife, Ekapatni Vratudu, and Annadamuluku Adarsha Prayadu. See, he is a role model for all brothers. That means he has left everything for his brothers and he went to forest. That means it doesn't mean that you all should, whatever you earn, you give to your brothers and go. That shows that how that much he was in favor of their brothers' well-being, in favor of their brothers. He made his brother as a Raja. That means we should be Niswartha. We should not expect anything from anyone, but you should do that's why the Ramayana is all about. So remember, you think we nowhere in the world their culture is preserved to this extent. Nowhere in the world everyone speaks about their Rama. Nowhere in the world that their God. I'm speaking about um, Muhammad Ghazni. Muhammad Ghazni. We all know that he's a great leader, great king, and he came to India and he did yuddha. He did fight on Indian kings. I heard in my history, in my first class history, Ghazni Muhammad attacked India almost over 17 times. I read in history. I was like shocked. Really, I was shocked. One Persian person who is coming to India 17 times, attacking Indian kings and looting the India. And I was thinking that he has looted India. You know, India is a country of with all the gold, money, or everything. It's a very prosperous country, and he looted India 17 times. Remember, by looted he almost went to our Somnath temple. I was like, what is this? And recently I heard the talk of our ex Prime Minister Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee sir, and he was saying that when he went to the Afghanistan and he asked about Ghazni, there is a place. It's a village in the Afghanistan where the people are still they are fighting for their livelihood. They are very poor, and he did not do anything for the people who are living in Ghazni. I was like shocked. See, I'm saying it was our Bharat Ratna Shri Atal Bihari Vajpayee's speech. In that, I heard that there was Ghazni place is just a village, and they asked about there was on a hotel by name Kanishk in Afghanistan, and they asked what is this Kanishk. They were saying that he is our ancestor. Kanishk is a Hindu. He is from India and he was their ancestor. Remember, believe. See, that's what I'm trying to say. Our culture has so much big history. That means the Kanishk Maharaj who was living in India is a relative of the people who are living in Afghanistan. So all are brothers. All are our brothers. They are converted to different religion. It's their wish. We can't speak about those things. But what I'm trying to say, that much older is our culture. Remember again in our late Prime Minister Sri Atal Bihari Vajpayee sir was telling that in Bali, which is a Muslim country, it's Indonesia is a Muslim country. In that there is one place called Bali, and there the people used to worship Sri Rama, and every year there will be Ramayana Patana in the Bali Dweep in Indonesia, which is a Muslim country. See, that is the respect you give to other religion. And they say that Rama is our ancestor. And what I'm trying to say, our culture is that much old. Even I read in some books, there are so many ancestors of our Sri Rama living in Bangladesh, even in Pakistan, and even in our Burma, neighboring countries. I read in some books. I cannot quote those books because they are not authenticated books. But what I am trying to say, that much old religion it is, and we need to follow what he taught. He taught Ekapatnivata, Pitruvakya Paripalakudu, and Annadamulaku Adarshaprayudu. He is a role model for our brothers, our Sri Rama. So what I am trying to say, our Sri Rama is that much older, and we have followed the culture. Basically, we have followed the culture of our Sri Rama, and we have still living with we will Patana Sri Rama, we will sing about Sri Rama, we will get excited by singing about Sri Rama, by singing about Anjaneya, and we still sing those songs, and we still get excited, we still get the goosebumps by singing those songs, we still get the positive energy by singing those songs. It's almost 1,000 years ago, almost 2,000, 4,000, they say 8,000 years ago, they do say that. They are that much older. That's what I'm trying to say. Our culture is that much older, and we are preserving our culture. We are preserving our culture. They do say the temples, you go anywhere, Anywhere in India, even some forest, there will be one temple. Anywhere remote forest, any remote river, any remote lakes, again there will be one temple. What I'm trying to say that these are the our cultures that we have our ancestors have preserved, and we need to just maintain it, and we are still maintaining, and we still worship in the name of Lord Sri Rama. And whatever the Bhagavad Gita, it all taught about related to administrations, related to the positive energy, related to the energy. So all things, whatever Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana, Mahabharata, they are teaching us what better things we can do, such that we should achieve the success. See, whatever it may be, whatever there again, there are so many stories about Chanakya. We all know that he was with some Raja, and he threw him out of his Rajasthana, and when the Raja was misusing the money of the people for drinking and playing and he spit and all, and he was thrown out of the. And at that time, he made a shapata. He made an oath. He took an oath that I will tie my hairs till he was a Brahmin. He was having the clothes, and he told, I will tie my hair till I finish this Raja. And he did it. He did it actually, Chalukya. So what I'm trying to say, these are the things. So, and one more thing, what I'm trying to say is, we know about patriotism. Our Dhyan Chand, who was a hockey master, once when the India won the World Cup, and he was been asked by Hitler. It was there in Germany match, India versus Germany, final match, hockey match. It's a World Cup match, and he was playing very nicely. In that match he hit almost 4 goals. At that time, our Hitler called, and he broke his literally he broke his stick, hockey stick. Remember, anything he is mixed or anything he is there in his stick, and there was nothing. And Hitler suddenly asked Dhyan Chand, Mr. Dhyan Chand, what your country has given to you? What your country has given to you? Why you are playing in India? You are a big hockey magic person. You play for Germany. I'll make you as my army chief. I'll give you money. And all he told. And you teach us. Then he told, Dhyan Chand told, sir, my country has not given me anything. It's my duty. It's my responsibility that I have to give to my country. I have to contribute to my country, and I have to take care of my country. See, that is the patriotism he showed in that time only. Then what I'm trying to say, nowadays when we think about our youngsters, they all keep on complaining. Always they keep on complaining for the smaller things. They're complaining about their colleges, teachers. They're complaining about their parents. Remember, you are in a so much sophisticated world, such that you keep on complaining. But what you have given to your college, what you have given to your teaching institute, what you have given to your parents, what you have given to your brothers, what you have given to your sisters, what you have given to your friends, that matters. So remember what I'm trying to say. Whenever you're thinking of the country, whenever you're thinking of your state, whenever you're thinking of your district, do you contribute to your district? Do you contribute to your community? Do you contribute to your people? Do you contribute to your nation? Do you contribute to the world surrounding you? Did you do anything good? Anything good? Such that gives you a positive energy, such that you can say that I have done this much positive thing, such that I have a positive energy. With that, I can move forward. You have to question yourself, basically. You cannot see what I'm trying to say is, these are the things. Whenever you think about this positive energy, see why the temples are the places of positive energy. And I am speaking about culture. See, our culture is so much ancient culture, and there are some photos. I don't know. I have detected seen in the photos somewhere in Bangkok and Singapore also there was footprints of our Anjaneya over there in the those things. What I'm trying to say, these are just to say that our culture and our Rama and Anjaneya, they were there all over the world. They moved all over the world. And basically, what I'm trying to say is whatever may be your religion, whatever may be your caste, you should contribute to your people, your nation, your state, your district, your taluk, and your teaching institute, and in turn whole world. You should contribute. You should be useful. Whatever, whenever you're doing something, you should be useful. And one more thing I am trying to say, you concentrate and concrete those concentrations. Concrete those concentrations. This is especially for the youngsters. They do keep on complaining. See, I'm mainly speaking about the medical professional people. Whenever they are speaking about something, they say that medical facility is that. No, you study, you learn, you try to manage the situation. You try to manage the situation. So yeah, I've seen so many medical people who are well versed, who they're very brilliant, they're mentally strong. Only thing they lack is lack of communication and leadership skill. This I'm mainly speaking about the doctors, medicos, interns and all. They lack the communication skill and leadership qualities. Remember one thing, communication skill and leadership qualities, they are just like two wheels of your bicycle. They go hand in hand, or you can say train to this of wheels of a train. So they go hand in hand, communication and leadership skill. What is communication? And one more thing I just want to suggest, actually, the people who play them charades, they when you play them charades, you have the habit of developing more and more communication skill. That too mainly perception, as well as when you perceive, perception of communication is also improved, as well as enacting of communication. There are two parts of communication. Again, it's a big story, but try to remember, when the people play them charades, the communication skill will improve. That's also one more thing I can add. And whenever you're thinking about the children, basically, see, two things are very important. Most of the children, most of the students, most of the doctors, I do rather say, they fail in communication and leadership skill. See, here there are two things. One is communication is a part of leadership. Remember this thing, communication is a part of leadership. So then the question which arises in your mind is, why we should have an effective communication to become an effective leader? See, there are two things I'm telling. Communication is a part of leadership. Why my child doesn't want to become a leader? It just want to manage it. That's it. See, again, leadership quality is a part of management. Communication is a part of leadership, and leadership and communication are parts of management skill. Very simple thing. This is needed. Why? The question arises, why? This is needed because the world is moving so fast. The people are more fast, more brilliant. And in this competitive world, you need to understand what exactly the things happening surrounding you, and what exactly is happening, and how you have to manage. So these two things you need to remember. First is, in the management you need to remember two things. Okay, so that and this communication, I have seen there are so many experiments. They say that communication and leadership, the child or the student or the doctor who has more effective communication as well as more effective leadership qualities and more effective management of the situation, he will definitely will achieve success in his life. Remember two things, communication and leadership. If the child or the student is well versed with, they definitely achieve the success. That's what they're trying to say. So one more thing I just want to add is it is said by some businessman. It's a famous, he's a business analyst actually. I don't want to take his name, but he told that whatever you expect, you need to pay. To pay for the right things. That's what they're trying to say. So if you want good quality, you pay. If you want low quality, you pay according to that. So I just want to say, rather than paying in the matter of money, I just want to say to you people, you pay in the form of communication. Communication. For example, I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say. If you take some help, for example, you are working in some institution. If you take some help from the attender, I'm trying to say, for example, that he brings the record to you, and sir, you have missed your record. Please take it. Then you just say thank you, sir. That is the respect you give to the attenders. You need to give. See again, there are one more thing. Attitude is a part of personality. Sometimes you should have an attitude to control the situation, but when the people help you, you treat them in a pleasurable manner. Pleasurable. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, it's a good thing. So, but what I'm trying to say, but attitude is a part of personality. Attitudes. When you are a leader, when you have so much, I mean, you need to control the situation. See, leader means you need to with your smile, expression. Sometimes you cannot speak, and brain voice. You need to control the situation, whole situation. According to me, if the leader is there, he need to control just with a smile and expression. He can control more than 1 lakh people. You remember 1 lakh people, and with his voice tone, brain voice, expression, and these communication skill and these effective leadership skill, one single leader can control lakhs of people. It happened. It happened in so many situations. That's what I'm trying to say. But what I'm trying, basically, are interested is you should have a management skill. In the management, leadership skill. In the leadership skill, you should have an effective communication skill, such that you will achieve the success. And this mainly depends on the child, your child. When they'll achieve the success, it mainly depends on that. And one more thing I just want to add actually is, there is one more. Yes. One more thing I just want to add. So there are so many people calling me and saying, "Sir, what is the secret of your enthusiasm, your energy?" So I do basically say it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. Whenever you do the work, whenever you do any other work, it's all in your mind. So that means it is just like switching on your light and switching off your light. Whenever you want to do something, you prepare you mentally. It's all in your brain. You prepare a thing such that I should do this work at any cost. At any cost. You just remember a think in that way, that I should do this work. They do rather ask what is your source of your positive energy. I already told you in my last videos that by singing, by meditation, and by reading, and by going to some temples, by speaking to the parents, and you get the positive energy. That's not a problem. Those are the sources of positive energy. But when what I'm basically interested, I'm asking about these. It's all in your mind. It's all in your mind, that whether you want to become a positive, whether we want to become active, whether you don't want to become active. Remember one thing, there are some psychiatric diseases or psychiatric things. I'm not dealing with that because I'm not a psychiatrist, but I am here mainly thinking about the personality. How can you improve it, and how can you manage the situation, how can you improve the communication skill and leadership qualities. It's basically, I'm worried about the doctors who fail to manage the situation in the hospitals, medicos, MBBS students, dental students. They are unable to manage the situation. I'm worried about mainly about them, and I want them to have a subject like personality development system subject, in that they are going to learn about all these things, such that they are effective in managing the situation, and they become a good health worker, and then they can execute efficiently health facility whatever available. And now I'm mainly thinking about the switch off and switch on. See, it's all in your mind. It's all, you think that yes, no, I have to do this work with an active mind, with an effective mind, and I have to work efficiently, whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the scenario. And one more thing I just want to add, don't mix your professional and personal things. That's 99% of the doctors, they do mistake in mixing the professional and personal things. See, professional and personal things, when they mix, it's a there will be a problem. Remember this, please. There is a, I always keep on telling in my videos, there is a very small hairline difference between the failure and the success. There is a small, very small difference between the profession and personal. Mixing the professional and personal things. Keep all the all your professional things in the professional place only, and keep all your personal things in the personal places only. And why I am asking this question means, doctors who fail, again it's a vice versa what I am trying to say, who fail personally, it not nothing like that they can't be a good professionals. It happens, we have seen so many spinsters, so many doctors who are not married and they are working for the people and they are living for the people. It has happened, they have dedicated their complete life to the people. I'm trying to say, you should have a capability or ability to have a balance between the professional and personal life. Basically, because when you have that balance, when you have that capability, that thinking capacity, that imaginary capacity, then you definitely achieve the success. See, there are, when I'm saying the imaginary capacity, they're all, whatever I'm speaking, they're all interrelated. Imaginary capacity means you make your imaginary capacity very short only. See, 99% of the doctors, they keep on imagining the things. I'm only worried about doctors. I'm not speaking about any psychiatric diseases. I don't know any treatment about any psychiatric diseases. I'm only worried about the doctors, such that they have become mentally strong and they work efficiently. Now, what is important is imaginary capacity. What exactly is that imaginary capacity? Imaginary capacity is the boundary, the limit to which the people are going to think. Remember, when we were child, our imaginary capacity is very small, and we used to learn each and every small things, each and every things which was happening. It was new to us, and we used to learn about it. But what happens? Why it was there? Like mindset was like that because we used to question everything. But when we grow up, so remember, in our childhood, our imaginary capacity was low, it was limited. We were having a definitely boundary for that, and we were, for all the new things, we were questioning. But what happens in the, when we, as we grow up, we stop questioning. That is the basic thing which you have to remember. We stop questioning. So why we stop questioning, and we extend our limits, boundaries we extend. It can be like that, it can be like this. We keep on linking the things, irrelevant things, and which in turn resulted in a imaginary diagram. So all these are points. Whatever I'm trying to say is some incidents on the see example. This is the first of this year, 2018, January 1st. Some incidents happened in 5th, some incident happened in February 6th, some incident happened in April, something like that. All incidents we interrelate and we frame some imaginary diagram. So what I'm trying to say, see, you first, you can forgive the people, but don't forget what I'm trying to say. Remember these things. See, if there are some things which have happened like that, even though they are harmful, you think it in on two. I already told you, situation analysis, and in the situation analysis, you analyze both positive as well as negative, and take out whatever possible things. See, if you analyze positive also, if you analyze negative also, no problem. See, is a percentage of probability. If you are awarded with some award, just example I am saying, if you are awarded some award, if you get all the positive things, then you can't achieve further. You don't care for the other awards, but you take it positive. For example, 40% positive. Yes, I have a responsibility. I need to work down, so I have to achieve some more success. If you take it negative also, it can be there. It can be a thing like that, such that I should not get further awards. That's why I got this award. But no, I should work hard, such that I will get one more award. I should continue to work. That's again maintaining. So I already told you, improve, maintain, improve, maintain. Likewise, you need to take positive and negative, again percentage of possibility, whatever may be the situation, whatever is the outcome, percentage, it's all about percentage of possibility. You need to take the positive things and you need to move forward, and you should not repeat the same mistakes all the time. You should stop doing the same mistakes and you need to improve all the time. That's what everyone is trying to, I mean, you will do the mistakes, you will repeat the mistake, but you should not repeat the mistakes. You need to correct your mistakes. That's what I used to say. So maintain, improve. It's a success is like a stepwise manner. You should maintain means you should not repeat the mistakes whatever you learn, and you should learn from your mistakes. That's what they're trying to say. So likewise, in this way, you need to keep on improving. And one more thing, I already told you, switch off and on. It's all in your mind. See, if you know something is there, whatever may be your problem or physical problem or anything, it's in your mind. You fix it. No, I will do that at any cost. I will do this. You'll definitely do. Remember, now before doing this video, I have traveled so much, I have worked so much, but now also actually this video I plan to do it in the morning, 9:30 or 10 o'clock. I planned such that at least I can talk for at least 12 hours continuously. It's won't be it'll be a trial for my speech marathon, longest speech marathon, which I have registered in the Guinness Book of World Record. And I'm not able to do because of some other work or something. But still, after finishing all my works before sleeping, I plan to do this. I'm doing it because it's all in our mind. You prepare it. No, now I will definitely do it. I can do it. So I don't know till what time, how much long I can continue and doing this video. But what I'm basically saying is, so you keep on improving. It's all in your mind. You switch on and switch off your mind. For negative things, you switch off your mind. It's there in you. It's all in your mind. See, some negative thing happens, you switch off. No, okay, it's okay, no problem. You'll switch off. If positive things, you learn it and switch on your mind. Switch on your mood. It's all in your mind. Okay. And some people say that their kids are the positive energy for them. Their wife and their parents are positive energy. It can be there. And some people say that the role models, whatever you follow. For example, when you're playing cricket, Sachin Tendulkar and Rahul Dravid, they will be the role models for those people. That what I'm trying to say is, you should have a effective and good role models, and you follow it. At least you can't achieve the success what they have achieved. At least you go near. At least one of the world record our Sachin Tendulkar sir has done. If you do it while playing, it's a tribute or a gift to the role model whom you are following. Now what I'm trying to say here is, whatever the person you are following, whatever the role models you are following, but you should follow a good role model, good person, such that whenever you follow him, at least you achieve one of the success. And they say that success is again personality. See, I'm saying personality, success, everything. It's nothing like, if you don't have a personality, you cannot achieve success. It is nothing like that also. But what I'm trying to say, you please have an effective personality. If you have an effective personality, you will definitely achieve success. If you don't have a personality, but you work hard, you keep on following the whatever there in. See, personality doesn't mean the external appearances. Please do think this. Personality doesn't mean the external appearances. Doesn't mean that, nothing like that. Personality does not only mean that external appearances. Behavior does not only mean behaviors, does not only mean the management skills, does not only mean the practices. It means everything. External appearances, behavior, the management skill, the practices what you are going to do. It is a collection of all those things. Now we know that our Sachin Tendulkar sir is a very big master blaster, god of cricket, but he has failed in his studies. What I'm trying to say, rejections are resulting into a redirections. Rejections will result into a redirections. What is exactly this means? It's very simple. That rejections will result in a Redirections and rejections means rejections will result in redirections. What exactly this means? They say that when Sachin Tendulkar sir was rejected in his studies, he redirected himself that he can play the cricket and he can achieve the success in that. And in that way, this or this is mainly is resulted to the see this all happens. And even our Anna Hazare was when he was very young, he was very upset, and later he did a revolutionary things and he became Anna Hazare. So what I'm trying to say, it's nothing is in your hands. Success is no one's property. Success is no one's. Uh, this one is no one's property. It's no one's. It's if you do it, you'll definitely get it. No one can stop you from getting your success. So and there is the one more saying that you have to remember that, and that especially for the children, I mean students. Yes, one more thing I just want to add that saying Kali Yuvaga Brahmavide Kalita Mele Mangavide. It's a Kannada saying. It means that Kali Yuvaga Brahmavide, when you're learning about some new things, it will be like a Brahmavidya. It's a very, very big thing for you. Kalita Mele Mangavidya. Once you learn it, it will be like a monkey skill. You can play with the skills when you learn the skills effectively. That means that much easier for you to execute the things, and you'll be definitely successful. Now, one more thing I just want to add here is yes, switching off and on. I was always speaking about that switching off and on. See, for the sportsmen, you have seen the Bhag Milka Mal movie. And why I'm saying means you have almost so there's so famous movies you have already seen. If you have not seen, you go and watch it once. And in the Bhag Milka Bhag movie, if he was a runner and he was an athlete, they used to tie loads of weight to his body such that he should run. Why they do so? Why can't he say they simply allow him to run fast such that his running speed is increased? No, that is what when you run faster, huh, and when the lots of loads are there, you will do more. You will put more of your effort. You will do more energy. More of your energy is utilized, and you will become more and more concentrated. So that's why the sportsmen are trained in that way, such that their running speed is increased, their stamina is increased, their consistency is increased, such that they have to achieve the success. This happens in all sports. I'm just giving the example of athletes. That's mainly Bhag Milkam Bhag movie. So why they have put the lots of loads to his shoulder, such that with the shoulder when he's running, you should put more and more effort. You should put more and more energy such that you will achieve the success. This is all very simple. So what I'm trying to say is what the loads are lots of loads in your life are all the negative things, are all the negative people, or all the negative energy. You will get possible energy you will get, but still you need to move forward. You still need to run. This is one of the example I mean. Especially this is possible only with the sportsmen. When you observe the sportsmen, they are trained in that way. That's why it's called a sportsman's spirit, and they don't leave until they achieve the success. And the world records they do sportsmen. Again, all know about those people, swimming world record person. And what I'm trying to say here is it's all in your mind, switching on and switching off, and you should have a sportsman spirit. And there is one more program coming in India's Next Top Model in MTV. You see that also. Their models are made to walk in a ramp in a water. They're made they're hanged in the air and they're made to give the poses. They are made to give ramp walk in the swimming pool with this one. See why they are doing all these things? That means you should concentrate on your ramp walk such that when you are walking in the land, when you are walking in the swimming pool, when you are in the air, in your mind there should only the modeling mind, there should only the posing thing, and there should never be any fear for you, such that when you are giving the poses, it's all in your mind. It's all in your mind. That's what why I'm telling these things means again when you become doctors, you are exposed to so much stressful situation. We are exposed to so much the patient relatives, patient attenders, patient itself. They, you're in worst to come worst extreme situation. In your mind, there should always be the medical treatment, medical fraternity, medical things, and medical only medicine should be there in your mind. Such that worst to come worst situation, you should manage the situation. This even when I was in MBBS or MD, I was not knowing these things. That's why I'm trying to say that a very MBBS student should be trained in a manner such that they should be trained. Whatever extreme situation they will go. They are able to manage the situation. And what situation and management or analysis? What? One story I just wanted to say. So one person is there. You think it as myself only. The person is Dr. Thipperudraswamy. He was going in one car. Suddenly, one bus stop, he sees his girlfriend, friend, and the old lady. She is very much sick. In his car, there are only two places. Only two places in his car. He can take only one among those. What is the better possible thing he can do for in that situation? That was the question. You all know about this story. It was asked in so many interviews and so many ways. It's mainly about the situation analysis. Some people told that I'll take my girlfriend and go. Some people told I'll take my best friend and go. Some people told that the old lady is very sick, so I will take her and go in the car. I don't care about those two people. See, it's all about situation analysis. It's all about the leadership qualities. You should have that thinking capacity. All the doctors should have. The answer is actually, I will give my call to my best friend and tell him to take the old lady who is very sick, and I will go with my girlfriend in the bus. This is a situation analysis. So what I'm trying to say here is, it's all in your mind. It's all in the situation analysis and management. This thing, likewise, there are so many stories such that the situations should be given to the all medical people. I mean, medicos and all, and there should be some separate subject for the doctors. I mean, MBBS students, medicos, such that they learn about all these things. They learn about all these things, such that they are trained about all these things. All these things about situation analysis and management and leadership qualities and communication skills, such that they are able to manage the situation very efficiently, and they are going to deliver the medical health facility to the people very effectively. So now one more thing which I want to add here is, yes, one more story. It's we are very greedy in this situation, in this scenario, in this world, such that we are very much greedy people. Really, remember, we are very much greedy people. And one story I just want to say, there are two people who are very much hardworking. So they died. They went to God. God asked, you ask one vara, one thing, such that I will say tathastu, I'll give that to you, that vara, and such that when you go to Bhuloka or Earth, you can have that birth life. After death, they went to God, and the God asked, you just ask one thing, that I will say tathastu, such that you will that thing will be given to you, and when you go to Earth, as in the new birth, you will be having that facility, such that you will have an effective life. So one person asked, sir, I always make me such that I always should give. My hands always should be giving to the people. I always have to give to the people. And I should not expect anything from any people, but I need to give. I want to give to people, I will give it to people. You give me that vara, that thing, as my power when I go to earth, as in my rebirth. And God said, tathastu, you will have that thing. So you will be always giving things to people. And another person said, yeah, he is mad of one. He is giving, he is saying, you make me such that I always should give to the people. So he told, no, you make me such that People should always come and give to me whatever things they have. I should always be accepting the things from the people, and I should never give them anything. So that I always should accept the things whatever the people give to me. I should never give them back. You make me that one, you give me that facility such that I will achieve this. I will in my rebirth when I go there to earth. You give me that facility. It tatastu will give. So next, what happened in the when they reached the Buloka? The first person here who told that I always should give to the people was born as a very rich person, such that he was having money. He was keep on giving to people because he was having so much money that he should keep on giving to the people. He born as a very rich person, and this person B who told that people should come and give to me always all the time was born as a poor beggar, and he became a beggar only. Beggar. So the people are coming and giving to him whatever things they were having, and he became born as poor. And the person who asked I should keep on giving become richer and richer. That's what I'm trying to say. So this education is the one thing no one can steal from you. It's the one thing no one can control from you. No one will be having control from you. And education is the one thing which makes you shining till your last breath. It will be there with you till your last breath. Education and knowledge, they are just like when you keep on sharing, you will be remembering it more and more, and you are able to have more and more knowledge. Again, knowledge is that much thing that such that if you have more knowledge only, you keep on sharing with the people. If you think that if I share this knowledge with the people, they will become brilliant, and if you won't share your knowledge, then you will become, it will be waste in your mind. And one more thing that I just want to add here is, they say that our mind is just like a knife. You keep on using it, it will become sharper and sharper. If you keep that as waste, if you don't use it, it will become rust. It will get rust. So that's why your mind, whatever may be your age, either young or old, you keep on using your mind. You keep on using your mind. You could do the mental exercises, brain exercises, so such that it will become sharper and sharper, and it will be sharper and sharper. Then only you can achieve the success. And one more thing I just want to add, this greedy thing I told, and greediness will increase. Remember, when as we grow, our greediness increases. Yes, there are so many poets saying about that, so many writers saying about our greediness, human greediness. I can't go detail about those things, but what I'm trying to say, one story, and I read this in Art of Living video. In that they were saying that one a very rich person, he became old at the age of his 80 or 70 or 80. Doctor told that he will go, you call your relatives, he will die, and make him happy. Then the old man, he told, you call my accountant, so, and you call my bhavishya jyotishi, who is to predict the bhavishya, and you call my lawyer. Three things: one, accountant, jyotishi, and a lawyer. Accountant came, you tell me what are the properties I have. He told, sir, this much you have, some 25 houses, you have some about 200 to 500 acres of lands, and this and that. He gave the account list. Jyotishi, he asked Jyotishi, in the next janam or in next life, where I am going to born. He told, sir, you will be born in Delhi or somewhere in this town or something like that. He told. He called the lawyer, register all my property into that name where I am going to born. Is it possible? Everyone was laughing. See what I'm trying to say, whatever you do, whatever money, whatever respect you gain in this life, you will live for this life only. And whatever greediness you have, you want to earn, yes, you'll earn. but you won't give back to the people, you won't give back to your community, you won't give back to the world, you won't give back to your district, you won't give back to your country, you won't give back to your state. It's of no use, because everything whatever you are earning, everything you're going to live in this life only. You cannot do that. Is it possible that I will be born in next birth there as this name, this parents baby, so you all register to that name? Is it possible? No. Is it possible? No. So that's why I'm trying to say, however greedy you are, however enthusiastic you are, whatever you are, try to heal the world possible from your side. Try to give back to the community. Try to give back to the country. Try to give back to the state. And try to give back to the people surrounding you. Keep on helping the people. And remember one thing, you will have, whenever you see something, you know the reality and fakeness. You can differentiate between. Some people do say that we get attracted towards fakeness very easily, but it won't sustain. Remember, fakeness, you get attracted easily, but it won't sustain. Real things, it is difficult for you to be attracted by the real things, but it will sustain. So we all see in the reality shows in the TVs that some rickshawala girl, she earned gold medal in some Asian games, and some railway employee girl who earned medal in Olympics, some girl from the village earned medals in Olympics in boxing, and some person from village, even PT Usha man, she has done so much records. So what I'm trying to say, these are determinations. They are determined, dedicated. See, success is no one's property. No one's property. Okay. So what I'm trying to say, when they are achieving the success, when they are in the success, when they are doing the things, they are so much concentrated, they are determined, they are disciplined, they are oriented, and they are concentrated. They will have the goal. So everyone should have the goal of success. They will achieve definitely. If you have a goal, if you do the work efficiently, if you perform efficiently, you definitely achieve your goals. There is no problem. There is not a big deal for you people. So what I'm trying to say here is, whenever there you think about it, and one more thing, and you should, the things where you have to get the success is with you only. That means some person like Milka cannot become a scientist, famous. I never say that he cannot become, but it is difficult for him to become a scientist in NASA. It's difficult. That doesn't mean that he cannot become. He can become. It still will be difficult. He should be a good, Milka sir should be a good athletician and athlete. So he worked in there and he became good athlete. He's a great person, and I'm very proud to remember him in this speech. And again, our Sachin Tendulkar sir, he cannot. I never say that he cannot become. He can become, but he is. It would be difficult for him to become a good politician. Okay, so there's some difference will be there. Again, those personalities will be different. The perceptions will be different. So he is good in cricket. So you should analyze which field you are well versed with. See, some patient who was mentally retarded will become a um, swimmer, world's best swimmer. The person who was suffering from multiple myeloma or Parkinson's disease will become a good athlete in Olympic. The person who was mentally retarded, who has some neural problem, will become a best football player. So why I'm trying to say these things are, it's all in your mind. If you think that you can do it, you believe in yourself that you can do it, you definitely will do it. It's again switching off and on situation. So you need to do the things which you should believe in yourself. Basically, you should believe in yourself such that you will achieve the success, and you can move forward in your life. And one more thing I just want to add here. Yes, this story is a very interesting story. Actually, I heard this story in some again video only. They are saying that on a rich kid was there, a very rich kid, and he was coming for the to do the gym. Very big rich kid. He was having attenders, bodyguards, and all. And the attenders were carrying these bags, which was with food, water, and all. There are so many people who are holding his towel and all in the gym. I'm asking. I'm mainly telling the gym. In the gym is a very rich kid. He was having bodyguards, attenders for holding the towels, water, and the protein powder and everything. That scene itself was a very big showing that he's a very rich kid. But when it comes to the push-ups, the rich kid himself has to do the push-up. The people whom he was having hiring, the bodyguards, the attenders, they cannot do his push-ups. He won't get his body weight does not get lost by to others doing his push-ups. So likewise in the life also, it's your race. You alone have to run. You have to run. It's your race. You have to run. And when we were kids, our grandfather and father, mother, they were telling about the story of horse. You can take the horse to the water side of the river, but you cannot make the horse to drink the water, because it's all it's horse which has to decide that you have to drink the water. So then likewise in the rich kid, when he was having so much attenders and everyone, but his push-ups he has to do it. Likewise in the life also, how rich you are, how poor you are, whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the scenario, your push-ups you have to do it. Your race you have to run. I always keep on telling to the people, it's your race, you have to run. It's your mind, you can control it. It's your mind which you can decide. And I am a big fan of our Sandeep Maheshwari sir. He was saying, मान लो तो ठान लो तो मान लो हो जाएंगे. It's easy, you make it simple. Yes, actually is correct. Actually, you first need to believe in yourself, and you keep that in मान लो तो ठान लो हो जाएगा. That means once you believe it, you perceive it, and you deliver it. So first I will get a for the medical students, I will get this time, I will definitely get the percentage above 70. And even in the clinics, I'll do a practice all the cases. I get prepared for all the cases. I keep on practicing about the treatment and all, and I will practice well. If you decide it, you'll definitely do it. Even doing for the surgeons, I will learn the skills thoroughly, complications, everything. What are the possible mistakes? I will take care of them, and I will become a good surgeon. So these are the things which comes. It is not a one day success. Is not one day success. Is not 1 hour. It is years. It takes years for you to achieve the success. But whenever you think about the success, it's some people say it's easy for the people to say yes, success is nothing, you can do it. Again, one more thing, success without attitude has no value. Success without attitude is luck. Success with attitude is achievement. See, it is said by our famous APJ Abdul Kalam sir. Success with attitude is achievement. Success without attitude is luck. There you have heard about so many people saying about someone's success that hey, who is very lucky, is that why he got this. That means there is no attitude, there is no belief, there is no trust. So I always say that attitude is the part of personality. Attitude is the part of personality. You should have an attitude. You should have an hard work. Hard work never fails. I have never seen a person who was doing hard work such that he was failed in his success. Never. And it is like sit like a rock and work like a clock. You keep on working all the time. And I want to tell to the people, in my 10th, first PU, second PUC, I used to read almost 18 hours a day. It was very difficult for me to read because uh, at that time it was we the only work we were doing at that time was reading. 24 hours reading. Sleep, get up, get fresh, read. After breakfast, read. After lunch, read. After dinner, read. Continuously read. Only thing we were doing in our 10th, first PC and second PC, only reading. That means what I am trying to say, if you concentrate with the discipline and with the belief, with the determination, with an orientation, if you do some things, you definitely achieve the success. My percentage was 96% PCB in my second PUC. Why I'm trying to say these things means I was that much determined, I was that much oriented, I was prepared in that way. So that's why I'm trying to say, that means why I'm trying to say these things means my determination was like that. How to get the medical seat, that in a government college, such that I should achieve the success. Likewise, I'm trying to say these things because you'll get motivated or boosted up. Now I'm basically thinking about, so whenever, whatever may be the situation or scenario, you should do your own push-ups. And one more thing I just want to add here is, yes, and one more thing I just want to add mainly here is, yeah, and there is one more saying. You all know about our god of cricket, Sri Sachin Tendulkar sir, and I had told in my last videos also. It can be a repetition also, but I already told you I'm doing Guinness World Record trial for longest speech marathon. So I'm trying to do the videos possible. So our Sachin Tendulkar sir, who is the god of Indian cricket, who was playing his cricket match outside first outside India, that in Pakistan, 1989 somewhere, I think so. I was just 4 years old at that time, and he had an Wakar Yunis ball hit his head. At that time, Sachin Tendulkar, it was bleeding, blood coming from his head and bleeding. He was bleeding, all white was bleeding. And our Navjot Singh Sidhu sir came to Sachin Tendulkar sir and said that no, you take a rest, you get retired, you take time, you go to pavilion, you take time, take rest. Later you come back. Last you can come back. It's a test. It was a test match. Later you come back. The person, 16-year-old, of Sachin Tendulkar sir at that time, and it was really, believe me, at that time playing cricket was not so easy. Balls are also very hard, and you know about cork balls, like that, they were very hard. Now the balls are so much sophisticated, even the bats are so much sophisticated, even the protection is also so much sophisticated now and nowadays. At that time it was not so much. At that time he decided, he told no, I will मैं खेलेगा. A 16-year-old boy, international test cricket match, after having an injury with the Wakar in his ball. He was one of the world's fastest bowler. He said, मैं खेलेगा. And with the very next ball, he hit the ball to the boundary. See, at that time, Wakar Yunis was the world's fastest bowler, and no batsman has the guts to see the Wakar Yunis face after hitting boundary. This 16-year-old boy, or Sachin Tendulkar sir, after hitting boundary, he saw his face with the dareness, with the attitude. So what I'm trying to say is that you have to overcome your fears, and the Wakar Yunis was like, oh, this 16-year boy is hitting boundaries to my ball, and after having an injury with the ball. Then what I'm trying to say, you have to overcome the fears. Fears are there in everyone's life. See, if you take them as fears, they will be fears. If you overcome them, they will be your strength. They say that overcome your fears, make your weaknesses as your strengths. So what I am trying to say here is, so basically, so you have to overcome your fears. And at that time when the Sachin Tendulkar sir overcome the fears, and he, believe me, in that match he hit almost half century and he made the test match draw, and he didn't allow the to lose. Even Sidhu sir was a partnership was somewhere around 150 or 160, I don't remember exactly. But what I'm trying to say, he played the whole match with that head injury, and he tried to hit for boundaries for the world's fastest bowler, and he was never afraid. He overcome his fear. Okay, that's why that's what I'm trying to say. It is the death fear. You have to overcome the death fear, and you have to achieve the success. And fear of death. That's it's a very worst fear in our life is the fear of death. You overcome that, then you definitely achieve the success. And one more story I was telling actually, when Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Swamiji was there, our Vivekananda Swamiji was the kid, and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, he asked what is the meaning of the our Vivekananda Swamiji asked, what is the desire? What is the meaning of the desire? Burning desire. What is this? Ramakrishna Swami, Vivekananda Swamiji asked Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Swamiji, what is the meaning of burning desire? What is the people are speaking about all burning desire, burning desire? What exactly this means? So Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Swamiji took Vivekananda Swamiji to the riverside. He tried to push our Vivekananda Swamiji down. Just a very kid at that. But Vivekananda Swamiji was like, what is this? I'm drowning. Went and he suddenly came out with the force. Vivekananda Swamiji. Suddenly Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Swamiji came out of the river, and Vivekananda Swamiji was very angry. He's trying to kill me. What is this happening? And he's pushing me down. What is this? He asked, why is Swamiji? I asked you what is burning desire. You are trying to kill me. You are pushing me down in the water. I was about to drown. What is this happening? Then our Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Swamiji replied, remember, whenever in your life the situation, the negative things which try to pull you down such that you will drown or you will die, there is one desire in you, in everyone, that even though you are weaker than me, even though you are weaker than me in mind, strength or anything, but you try to save your life. That is burning desire. That is burning desire. And the person who has the burning desire, you cannot stop him. He'll definitely succeed. He'll definitely achieve the success. He'll definitely move forward in his life. That's what I'm trying to say. Burning desire is a part of success, and they are interrelated. The person who has a burning desire definitely achieve the success. Thus I can assure actually, the person who has a burning desire can definitely achieve the success. Now basically what I'm trying to say here is, the person who has a burning desire can achieve the success. So example, one more thing, overcoming fear. In our Master Blaster, God of Cricket, Sachin Tendulkar's case also, it was the Sachin Tendulkar sir having the burning desire which helped him to achieve the success. And one more story which I have told in my last videos also. There is a Hungarian soldier who want to become the world's best shooter in the world, and he trained his right hand as the world's best hand. But in some army war, he lost his right hand. One hand grenade blasted in his right hand, and he became the. He lost his right hand, but he never left. He never, after his complete surgery, when he recovered, he trained his left hand, and he wanted to make his. When he lost his right hand, he wanted to make his left hand as the world's best shooting hand. Remember, in somewhere around 1940 something, the Olympics was cancelled because of the World War. In 1944 also cancelled because of the World War. But again he participated in 1948 something. and he waited for 8 long years to participate in the Olympics after having losing his right hand and making the left hand as world's best hand. He participated in the national level shooting. Everyone greeted him, and he told us, after doing suffering from all those injuries and losing the right hand, you are here for the competition. Yes, and they are thinking that he has just come to participate in the competition, but he replied, no, I am not here to just participate, I am here to win the competition. I will compete with you people. They were very much happy at that time. So that's what after winning that, he wanted to participate in the Olympics, and again 2 times repeated cancellation of Olympics. He never depressed himself, he never lost his enthusiasm. He keep on practicing, he keep on working hard, and later in the third Olympics he got the gold medal, and he created a world record. And continuously in the upcoming Olympics, 2 times he did a world record in that shooting, and he became the world's first person to do a world record in that continuously 2 times in that competition. That means what I'm trying to say, success is not one day. There are so many negative things happening, but will be there surrounding you to prevent you from achieving the success. For all those things, only your answer is burning desire and your hard work, such that you will achieve the success. And there is one more thing there I just want to add actually, and there are so many. This is about the burning desire actually, and you should have that much enthusiasm, that much spirit, such that you will achieve the success. And one more thing I just want to add here, communication and leadership skill the child should have, such that it will achieve the success. And one more important thing is personality development system. See, myself, Dr. Thipperudraswamy, I have written a book on personality development system. There are so many parameters like leadership qualities, communication skill, management skill, time management skill, okay, stress management skill, okay, and relationship management skill, and everything is there in the book. But what I'm trying to say here is, and positive perception, positive personality. Remember, positive personality are the positive people, are the people who have solution for all problems. Whatever problem you take to them, whatever problem you discuss with them, they'll have the solution. Best possible solution will be there with the positive people. Same likewise, the negative people will have problems for all solution. Whatever you say, one time this it's possible, they'll have all problems for the solution. Whatever you say, that's the differentiate that you can appreciate between them by saying that these are positive people, these are negative people. Again, positive perception, whatever things happening, whatever things you are doing, you'll take only the positive things from them. And I already told you, the positive perception, positive personality, whatever the people you take who have achieved success, who become the world's best people, are all positive personality people. And one more thing I just want to add or admit here, we all know about American President Abraham Lincoln himself, who was a sandal stitcher, and he became the President of America. So that's what is a positive personality and perception. If you have a positive personality and positive perception and burning desire and working efficiency, you will definitely achieve the success. You will definitely achieve it. There's no question in it. And one more thing I just want to add here, even though if you have achieved success, even though if you have working efficiently, again the situation matters, the surrounding environment matters. So again, everything is there in the book. Myself, Dr. Thipperudraswamy, I have written a book on personality development system, and I'm doing this video mainly for the longest speech marathon, my world record, in the book of world record. And one more thing I just want to add here is, what are the possibilities? What are the possible positive perception you can take from the environment of the surrounding? There are two situations I can say only. One is, see, whenever you are working with any situation or any company or anywhere, then basically I am worried about the doctors, that to mainly the medicos and internship interns and postgraduate students and junior doctors and senior residents, junior residents. See, the management skill, mainly what situation analysis and communication, they should have. Sometimes you can control with your attitude itself, you can control the thousands of people. So attitude, but attitude alone can help you? No. Attitude along with the communication skill can help you? Definitely it can help you. Attitude along with the personality can help you? Definitely it can help you. I already told you, attitude is a part of personality. Part of personality. One situation I just want to discuss, actually, in your casualty, when you are working in the casualty, there is one emergency case. Believe me, it is a real story I'm speaking. Happened. So there is a patient who is a broad dead patient. Broad dead. I'm speaking about broad dead patient. They are saying that he's alive. They come to the casualty. They are asking for the doctors to treat him. Doctor, with the attitude, with the personality, he told, no, I cannot do it. Then the attitude started hitting him. Next situation, same situation, another person who took the broad dead patient, he admitted, and he said it is a bad. He waited for some time. He did some CPR, and he put the oxygen meter and pulse oximeter. He tried to give IV also. He took half an hour treatment he has given. Even though he recorded it as a broad dead patient, but he did CPR, he did the cardiopulmonary resuscitator things, cardiopulmonary resuscitators, those they will give, those things he gave, and he put the Riles tube, just put this IV cannula, and he took on the pulse oximeter is kept, ECG has recorded, he has seen the pupils, everything he took. For doing this he took almost half an hour, and everything he has recorded. At that broad dead patient only, but he has recorded, admitted, taken the patient, and he has recorded everything. And later he called, and he has did whatever possible thing he can do, and he called the attender. He told with an attitude and with the personality. See, you have brought the patient when you brought the patient only, he was not there, but we did the cardiopulmonary resuscitation. We have put the pulse oximeter. There is no pulse and there is no oxygen saturation. You can see there. We recorded a ECG, or your patient's ECG. Again, that is also not there. We have seen with the stethoscope. There is no heart working. There is no brain working. And we tried to give the IV fluids. That's also not working. And he explained everything for 10 to 15 minutes. And the patient attender suddenly, and he told that this you tell to your relatives slowly, this is the thing which has happened, and we are whatever possible from our side we have done. So this is the maximum thing we can do. They were like that attender, like he was like okay, and he told okay sir, no problem. Same patient, same attender, doctors are different. Attitude, personality, leadership quality. No, you have brought the patient there. I can't do it. Go. But here in the second situation, he has taken the patient. He has done whatever possible from his side, and he has recorded everything, and he declared the death. So what now I'm trying to say here is, both are correct in their way. You cannot take a broad dead patient. That's our ethics. But in the first scenario, you are going to get hittings from the common people. But in the second scenario, same thing you are doing. Broad dead, you are recorded, you are taken the patient, whatever possible from your side you are done. Actually speaking, it is an acting only. But in the second situation, the person was knowing the management skill, he was knowing the situation analysis, and he has done whatever possible things from his side to for the betterment of the patient. So same acting you need to do it in the hospitals. I'm not saying that you need to act in the hospitals. I'm saying that you should maintain your personalities in the hospitals, especially for the doctors. Even it applies for the nurses also. It applies for the paramedical staff also. It applies for the even attenders also. I'm saying, remember, it is applying for everyone, all the healthcare professionals. You need to maintain your attitude and personality in the hospital. The thing is, corporate hospital, it is well maintained. They have rules and regulation. They have policies, no problem. The problem comes with our small hospitals. So don't worry. It's the same situation, same problem everywhere. Only possible thing you can manage here is by improving your management skills, communication skills, leadership skills. One more situation I just want to explain here. There was in a blood bank. It's again a real story. I got see these stories either told to me by someone like that. Okay, in a blood bank there was one big big star. He's a big star, celebrity. Died in a car accident. He was requiring the blood. Okay, there was somewhere on 100 200 people for him. He was in the operation theatre. He needed his attendants needed the blood. He went to blood bank. Attendant told, there is no blood. You need to do the cross matching, then only we can give. Now there is no blood. Suddenly he left his gun. That attendant put his gun. One of the doctor was there who was working in the blood bank. He suddenly went to him and slapped the blood bank technician. He told, they are asking for the blood. They are in the need. You should give the blood. Then he suddenly replied, and he suddenly went and he suddenly did the cross matching and he gave the blood. So what happens? The people will forget that hospital is the main situation where the people need to manage. It is the high frequency situation, high intensity situation, hospital, because it is a question of the life of the patient. So if you don't know the management skill, if you don't know the management capability, you are not able to manage the situation. And again I was telling that imaginary capacity, when you see something, you should mind limit. There are, you know that when the patient attendant came to you, he was with somewhere around 10 to 20 people, and means it's a serious condition. And if you hear about the 100 to 200 people waiting in front of the OT, then you should think that it's again a serious condition. Then I'm not saying that when there is that much pressure is there, you should work. If the pressure is not there, you should not work. So I'm not saying in that way. I'm saying that you should have a management skill. You should have a leadership qualities such that you should analyze the situation and you should work. Hospitals are the places where there is a high intensity places, high frequency places, where there are possibilities for those chances of the doctors or they are getting beaten by the patients and patient attendants. And one more thing I just want to add here, working efficiency. What better you can do for it? There are so many places in the hospital which has more of work. I just want to discuss actually here. And again, whatever I am speaking, it can be real also, cannot be real also, but it's a situation. Either can be created by me itself. What happened in the OPD, in orthopedics OPD? There are so many attenders coming with the body pain, complete body pain. Okay, and what happened on that day? Ortho OPD was little delayed. All those pain, body pain, they were in the medicine OPD. Suddenly when medicine inter came, he told, whoever are there with the body pain, just go to orthopedics OPD. Remember, believe me, there are about 80 to 90 people in the medicine OPD, the queue. Almost 50 to 60 people, they went to orthopedic OPD. In the orthopedic OPD, there will be a seal, dichlorantine. painkiller, mainly painkiller, and when you use the painkiller, you'll have a gastric acid, so gastric tablets. So H1 blockers. So they were gastric acid inhibitors. They are all rantic. So seal will be there. Just giving the seal on the slip, and they are used to get the tablets in the OPD. By doing this half of the ortho OPD there were already 50, these 50, 100, all were cleared in 30 minutes. What I am trying to say this means, why I am trying to say this means, there are people who need only some things. For example, these body pain people, they are only standing for the diclorant. And the management thing here, his skill is just to have a diclorant stamp, you put it in the slip and you send it with the diclorant tablets. That's enough for them. With that, you are going to clear half of your OPDs. Likewise, you manage the things. Most common disease, most common complaint, most common symptom. What better you can do? Then you can likewise you classify them. Likewise, you classify them, and you give the treatment accordingly. Then you definitely will achieve the success. Now, what I am trying to say here is, likewise, we are mostly worried about the OPDs, heavy OPDs. So you do some things, some fixed things. For example, if the condition is really serious, you prefer with the ultrasound abdomen. I have seen a patient who was missed in the general OPD. He came with just pain abdomen. We gave them. We didn't know that there was hepatosplenomegaly with the anemia. And the lady was having hepatosplenomegaly. We didn't know that, and she simply came with she came to someone doctor that said that I just have pain abdomen, body pain. They gave the diclorant tablet, and she went off. Next again she presented. It was but we missed or someone doctor missed the splenomegaly. It was, and she was a patient of anemic patient. Now, why I am trying to say these things means, at the same time when you are managing, should not miss the diagnosis also, but it's like how you have to manage. You prepare your own catalogs, your own procedures, your own such the standards, such that you are going to manage the OPD overload. So likewise in the operation also, you classify different. For example, hernia, all hernias on this day, all thyroids on this day. Likewise, somehow you classify them, make them also comfortable, and you people also be comfortable and efficiently working, effective working. They do that. They say effective performance. They say. So these all things can happen. See, I am not the authenticate person who can say about how hospital management. No, I am not doing that. But what I am trying to say is, situation analysis and management skills will definitely help you to work efficiently for all the doctors. I am worried about only those things, and I am trying to say about those things. No, actually, when I say about these things, I am thinking about one more point. There is time management. Most of the doctors fail in the time management and stress management. Time management as well as in the stress management. See, remember, in the time management we have two things. The planning, mainly planning. Planning means, for example, when you are time management, and especially for this in medicos, that is so much is read, we are there to read how we have to pass and all. Management, it's all about management, how you manage the situation. Remember, when you have the skill to manage the situation, when you have an effective personality, you definitely will win. So you need to make a protocol. Early morning when I get up in the 5 o'clock, I do yoga or meditation for half an hour. Later on, I'll start reading till my 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I'll read. After that, I'll go for bath and I'll go to college. Again in the college, I attend the classes. I come back at this time. Again, you should have a protocol. Strategies there are called as time management strategies. And remember, especially in the education, when you neglect a subject will neglect you. This is especially for the students, mainly for medicals, because they have so much to read. If you neglect one subject will automatically neglect you. You don't have any courtesy or anything, definitely it will neglect you. That's why you should give importance to all the subject depending upon the need. Especially this is in during the passing, during your exams and all. So I'm now mainly worried about is give equal time. For example, in the first year, for example, if you are reading after attending your anatomy classes, physio and biochem classes, practicals, dissection, you have a maximum, I would rather say, 4 o'clock you are coming, you will after 5 to till at least 12, you say 12, okay, 7 hours you are, in the meanwhile 1 hour you leave, 6 hours you have time. In the morning at least 5 o'clock you get a 5 to 5:30 meditation, and 5:30 to, for example, 7:30 you think 7:30 or 5 to 2 hours, total 8 hours you can study daily, maximum I'm saying. That too after attending classes, dissection and all. In the 8 hours you give 2 hours for the biochemistry, 3 hours for physiology and 3 hours for anatomy. Equally you concentrate, because I have seen my colleague, colleagues, MBBS, in my MBBS, they have scored so much good marks in anatomy and physiology, but they are failing biochemistry because they are not able to read biochemistry. They are not able to give time to biochemistry. They are simply reading anatomy. So I have seen so many people, they do rather only read about anatomy in their first year. I know there are so much is there in anatomy to read. If you keep on reading, you will read throughout your first year of anatomy only. So likewise, you have to give the importance equally to other subject, such that you should pass all the subject. And this problem comes only with the those people who are mainly don't know time management strategies. I know briefing actually, but in time management strategy itself I can speak about more than 20 hours, and stress management itself I can speak more than 20 hours. Now I'm trying to brief it actually, whatever possible. Now one more thing I just want to add actually here is what exactly is stress management. Stress management, see, stress means one, stress and fear are interrelated. Whenever you think about stress, whenever you think about fear, they are interrelated. Stress, whenever fear is there, stress is there. But are they different? Definitely they are different. And one story I tell you, actually there was one person who, he was very free person, okay, very free person, and who when his see used to read very good near the internals, and he was not at all reading when there is no internals and all. It's again can be a true story or a false story also, but I'm just doing this, telling the story for the better understanding of these things actually. So in the stress there are about two things. One is called as eustress and the other one is called as de-stress. The eustress and de-stress are interrelated. Remember these things. The eustress and the de-stress are interrelated. Like what I am trying to say exactly here is the eustress is a good stress. The stress to some extent is definitely very good. It will definitely help you to achieve the success. What does this eustress actually mean? See, eustress actually means it is a good stress which helps you to work efficiently, and de-stress is when the eustress has caused some. There is a very small difference. Whenever I am speaking failure, success, very headline difference. Here also, very headline difference. Eustress and de-stress. So eustress and de-stress are very the fine line difference. When the eustress causes some limit, it will become de-stress. Okay. Now what exactly I'm trying to say here is eustress or good stress which help you to work efficiently. See, without fear we are nothing. So again, everyone should have a fear that such that if I won't become doctor, my life I cannot do. I'm not saying that if you don't become doctor, you don't have any life. I'm not saying like that. If you are oriented, if you want to become a doctor, you are interested to become a doctor, at that time you have to prepare yourself that I have to become a doctor. I have to work hard such that I will achieve the success. If I won't become doctor, it will be difficult for me, because doctor is the only better thing that can happen in my life. So I have to work hard. I have to give my maximum. I have to put the maximum effort. I have to work efficiently. So for that matter, what I'm trying to say here is you need to work efficiently. Why you need to work efficiently? See, if I won't work hard, very hard, if I want to achieve the success, see, achieving success itself does not mean everything. I'm trying to say again, why we can define the success and all, we define again later in the later videos. But try to remember, use stress. For example, I'm always worried about the medicals. See, in the exams, there are internals, means you will read. Your reading efficiency will definitely improve. Your internals is there, I have to read. Your concentration will be more improved. Your working efficiency will more improve. That is use stress. And there are some people who cannot read near the internals. Very rare, but they cannot read. They will have vomiting, they will have diarrhea, they will have some sleep problems. So much near the internals. That is called as distress. So when they take the stress, they cannot work efficiently, they cannot do their work correctly, they cannot do their work thoroughly. That is what is all about the useless and distress. So useless is needed in your life to have an effective life, but distress is not good. It will spoil your working efficiency. So again, management. How can you relieve your stress? Again, meditation, singing, dancing, drawing, writing, reading. So much are there. So what they are trying to do is they are trying to divert your mind. They are trying to relax your mind, and such that you can handle the situation better. See, taking the stress, taking everything seriously is easy. That's not a big problem, but it won't allow you to work efficiently. That's why. So that's why you need to manage it. So better thing, better formula, better for managing the stress is mainly you should the copying mechanism. The copying mechanism, they say it as a copying mechanism. The copying mechanism is the main thing you can do to relieve your stress. Copying mechanism, what possible? Just copy. For example, there are people, your parents will say to you that you read, if read every time you read more. You, if you can't understand, you write and read. You read louder, then you understand better. See, these are all the things which can help you to work more. Copying mechanism, whatever they say, you just copy. Or else, one more thing, you just copy the successful person. I'm telling you, this is the method to relieve your stress. You just copy the person who is doing these things. That can be possible only. That is called as copying mechanism. There are some person, first rank person is there, or a brilliant person, distinction student is there. Whatever things he is doing, you just copy. That's a better thing you can do. Such that if you won't get distinction, at least you will get first class. Copying mechanism. I am telling the mechanism to relieve the stress. Just do the copying mechanism. So one more thing you can do to relieve stress is keep a note. Make a note that what are the things, what are the situations which are making you stressful. For example, the person who is performing surgeries, for that person, by doing some coming in the steps, or taking some food, or relieving stress full to him, you should avoid those things. Or some people do have, when they speak before surgeries, when they speak for a long time, they will have surgeries will be stressful for them. That's why they won't speak before surgeries. Remember one more thing, the most successful surgeons, remember this, the most successful surgeons in the world, they do their operations in the early morning. Remember this, they do their surgeries in the early morning, and they say that early morning is the best time, to do the surgery. Whatever, how difficult the surgery may be, how whatever may be the situation or scenario, early man early morning is the best time to do the surgery. The people do say that, really. Now, why I'm trying to say these things means, so early morning is the best time to do the surgeries. Now what I'm trying to say here is, the when doing surgeries, whatever, you should relieve your stress, then start doing the surgeries. I told you, singing, walking, talking, singing, dancing, reading, writing. Some people, you remember, they do meditation before doing surgeries. They do bhajans before doing surgeries. I already told you, so many bhajans, so many meditation walks and all. They do bhajans, meditation before doing surgeries. And for these medicals and MBBS students, interns and postgraduate students who have so much to read, for them, you pick one among them. You pick one among them. If you want meditation, see, meditation is nothing. Meditation is nothing. You need to concentrate your breath. That is meditation. Basically, some people say that. Closing your eyes, just concentrate on your breath. That is meditation. And some people do say that listening to some Om itself is a meditation. Listening to the shlokas is a meditation. Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhir Pushtivardhanam Gurvarukamiva Vandanat Mrityormukshi Mamamrutat. This is a Mrityunjay mantra. That is a meditation. You patana this 108 times. Om Bhur Bhur Bhuvasaha Tasaviturvanyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimai Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Is a meditation. You do this 108 times. That will be a meditation. Pranamya Shirasa Devam Gauri Putram Vinayakam Bhaktavasya Smari Nityamaya Kamatasidaye Prathmam Aprutandancha Ekadantam Dvitiyakam Trutiyam Krishna Pingancha Gajavakam Chaturthakam Pancham Lambodharam Cha Shishtam Ekatamevacha Saptam Vignarajancha Durmavanam Tanashtamam Navam Palachandrancha Dishamam Tu Vinayakam Ekadasham Ganapadim Vadasham Tu Gajanandam Vadashidani Namani Sandyam Yapati Naraha Nacha Vitnamayam Tasya Sarvam Vinkaram Vidyarthi Lavate Vidya Dhanarthi Lavate Putrarthi Lavate Putran Moksharthi Lavate Gatim Jepet Ganapti Sapam Shadvarmasa Ekulam Lavate संवत्सरेण सिद्धिं च लभते नात्र संशयः अष्टाभ्यं ब्रह्मणोऽपि लिखित्वा समर्पयामि तस्य विद्यावै सर्वगणेशः प्रधायितः इति गणेशपुराण संकृष्णेन गणपतिं सम्पूर्णम् is a meditation. They do say that by doing this 3 times in a day, whatever work you are doing, it will be easy for you. गजास्य विघ्नराज लंबोदर शिवात्मज वक्रतुंड शूर्पकर्णकुंच विनायक विघ्ननाश विकट वामन सर्वदेवता सर्वनाशन भगवान विघ्नहर्ता सर्वदेवादिदेव एकदंत बालचंद्र गणेश गणपति. And there is one more on Shanishwara. Neeranjana Samabharam Ravi Putram Namakrim Chaya Martanda Sambutam Tam Namami Shanishwara. Then one more on Surya. सप्ताश्वर्षमारूढ़ प्रचंडं कश्यपात्मजं श्वेत पद्मधरं ते तं सूर्यं प्रणमाम्यहम्. मोर ऑन लक्ष्मी सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणे नमोस्तुते. वन मोर ऑन सरस्वती. सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा. Likewise, one more on Tirupati Papa. कल्याणाकुलगात्राय कामितार्थप्रदायिने श्रीमद्वेङ्कटनाथाय श्रीनिवासाय ते नमः. नमो नमो नारायणाय. Likewise, these are mantras you can put 108 times. Then you will achieve the. They say rather than achieving success, your brain will be relaxed. How it is relaxed? 108 you are singing this. When my brain now not thinking about anything, not worrying about anything, not listening about anything, it will be relaxed, refreshed, such that you can your brain will be working more whenever you're doing your work. That's why I was always thinking about our culture. I told our rishis, maharshis, rajas, they dreamed about all this. Remember, nowhere in the history in the world that king was trained about all these things. It was in India, that in Indian culture, that king was trained in all the. They do say that our Vikramaditya Maharaja was knowing about almost 60 to 62 vidyas. In that, cooking was also one of the vidya. And there are so many vidyas. By singing itself, they are going to lighten the lamps. So again, brain reading, mind reading, those are also skills they taught at that time only. Body languages. So why I am trying to say this means mind reading, body language. When the patient, when the attender comes to you, saying with your head, by doing this, that means he has come to you with some expectation. You want some work, that's why he's coming. In the attender or your lower staff is praising you unnecessarily, unwantedly, that means they are expecting some work from you, some favor from you. So that's why I'm trying to say situation analysis and management are very important in handling the situation. And one more thing I just want to add here, that is whenever you think about the neuroplasticity, you all know about that neuroplasticity. So one more thing I just want to add here. Our mind is just like one box. Whatever things you are keeping in that, it's going to take it. But it's you who should know what to take and what not to take. Unwanted things you throw from your mind, throw out of your mind. Only keep the things which you want to keep. That's there. Definitely your brain and mind are in your control only. No one can control your brain and mind. That I can assure you. That I can tell you. Everyone, especially for the doctors, medicals, interns, and postgraduate students, your brain is in your control. Your brain is in your control. No one can control your brain. No one can control your thoughts. It's all in you. It's all in you. Remember, believe me, it's all in you. No one can control your brains. And one more thing I just want to add, that whenever you're thinking mind reading and all, there are so many things. Whenever you're asking about the complaints, whether the patient is saying true things or false, that you have to analyze it. Definitely you need to analyze those things. That is possible only when you have the mind reading capability. I already told you, imaginary capability and mind reading capability. Mind reading capability is you'll be having only when you have the capacity to treatment. Whenever the patient, for example, you're asking about some patient, he's telling his complaints. Whenever he sees to his left, that means he is saying the truth. Whenever he sees to his right, in the right hemisphere there are imaginary cortex. Imaginary cortex. It is called as imaginary or virtual cortex, and this is called as real or the actual things, real cortex. Here the patient, if he's seeing his left side, means he's telling the truth. If he's seeing to his right side, means he's telling the imaginary things, whatever things he has imagined. Yeah, my main intention when it's these things should be known by all the leaders, all the doctors. And there are so many body languages. Again, body language itself, I can talk about 10 hours. It's not a problem for me. But what I'm trying to say here is, when you're confident body languages, I have spoken in all my older videos. Confident body languages are much needed for the positive perception and positive personality. So, body languages, whenever you are going to with your hands straight like this is a decent posture. The hands made in the back is a strict posture for the administrator, it is mainly for. And the tone, remember the tone matters. Whenever you are doing something, whenever you are walking, whenever you are a leader, you have to have a control over the situation. Your tone matters. 90% of your communication is with your tone only. 90%. Remember, 90% of your communication is with your tone only. And eyes. Personality mainly is on eyes. Eye to eye contact. Whenever you are communicating, whenever you are teaching, you should have eye to eye contact. That's what I'm trying to say. Whenever you meet your friends or anyone, I always say positive personality person or a good personality person will do the shake hand, and he will definitely have the eye contact with him. The person who is afraid, the person who is not having confidence, the person who cannot present any mistake will never have the eye contact, don't have the eye contact. That's what I'm trying to say. So eye contact is important part of personality. It is an important part of personality. Eye contact should have. If you've not done any mistake, you should have an eye contact. And one more thing they are trying to say that is after eye contact, confident attitude. I already told you, attitude is a part of your personality. And positive perception and positive energy. Positive personality people, successful people, leaders are bundles of positive energy. They are like the bundles of positive energy. They will be spreading the positive energy wherever they go. That's why myself, Dr. Thipperudraswamy, I have written book on personality development system, and my USP is unique identification code is choosing success by having effective personality. So that's what I'm trying to say. The personality and perception, positive people, they will be spreading continuously, and you'll be happy to with them, because every time, every moment when they speak, when they behave, you need to learn about them. They are very much principled. That means the successful people should not do any mistake. It will be a big news in the news, in social media, mass media. Why? Because there are so many people who will be admiring them, will be following them. See, mistakes will happen with humans only. You should not repeat the same mistakes. That was the problem they are trying to say. And one more thing I just want to add. Whenever you are doing something, whenever you are doing anything, any work, you should have a target. You should have a target. For example, you are reading for any exams, you should have a target that I should reach at least 70 first class marks. I should get target. Fixing the target is also very important in any work. And for example, in casualties, when you are working, at least I can take care of 10 emergency patients in this span of time thoroughly. I mean, the surgeries, at least I can do per day maximum 10 surgeries. I'm just giving the targets and the limits. It all depends upon the person, it all depends upon the capability of the person, it all depends upon his capability, his personality, his perception, his thinking and thought processing capability, that he can perform and he can work. There are people who have done so much cataract operation, more than 100 in one day. I'm trying to say what I'm trying to say. Again, they are a Guinness Book. They are records. There are people who have issued more than 1,000 slips, OPD slips, the drugs slip in a day, and it was a record. What I'm trying to say here is, so depending upon the situation and scenario, fix your targets. Whatever possible from your side, the target you can fix it. And I was studying about this culture. I was discussing about culture. So culture should be there. Remember, whoever the people who have achieved success, whoever the people who are doing good in their life, remember this word, they are well cultured. They are having a traditional, well cultured, conventional family. I'm not saying that those people who don't have a conventional, traditional family should not achieve success. 90% studies say that, studies have shown that the person, the people who are from the traditional, conventional, cultured family are doing well in their life, are achieving success. The studies are shown. I'm not speaking about the caste or the either is a Hindu, Muslim, but he is having a traditional culture. Hindu means he is going for temple meditation, Muslim doing namaz, Christian going for the church, doing prayers. It includes like that. I'm meaning about those things only. Since I am a Hindu, I speak about Hinduism and those things. But traditional, cultural, conventional family means it meaning this only. I can be Hindu, Muslim, Jain, Sikh, Maratha, but he was worshipping God, worshipping Allah, worshipping the Jesus Christ. So daily, doing prayers daily, believing in himself, they were achieving success. In the family also, they were also very traditional. They were doing prayers regularly. They have achieved success. Then my intentions means you should develop, inculcate or cultivate a habit of worshipping God. And I already told you singing. Singing is one of the best thing you can do for relaxing your mind. They do say that by singing you can relieve your stress. Now I cannot sing because it is the longest speech marathon. I still am hoping I can give 1 more hour talk. So I cannot sing, but it is one of the best exercise, best release, stress relieving. And one more thing I just want to add: neuroplasticity. I have discussed about it in our old model classes. So whatever things you are doing, whatever your things you are learning, you're keeping it in your subconscious mind, and you're going to utilize it in your next, in your conscious mind for your efficiency. You bring your working efficiency. Next is interpersonal relationship. Again, interpersonal relationship is an important part of personality that everyone should know. So interpersonal relationship, again professional and personal, personal between the husband and wife, between the kids and the parents, between the parents and the party, between the sisters, between brothers, those are all comes. But now I'm worried mainly about the doctors and this hospital. Interpersonal relationship is between the two doctors, between the doctors and nurses, between the doctors and the attenders, between the doctors and the paramedical staff, between the doctors and the patient. See, again here also communication matters. You should have a good interpersonal relationship. You should never have a communication gap. You can never have a communication gap, believe me. Communication gap is the worst thing you can have in your life. worst thing, believe me, because it makes you to. It is very bad thing you can have in your life, and you won't be clear about it. And sometimes you need to maintain in the administration. I'm saying you need to maintain the communication freely, either verbal. There again, there are modes of communication: verbal, written, so many communications. The expression itself you are going to communicate. Communication is very important. And in the interpersonal relationship, we have conflict. They do say, remember, in the communication rather than verbal, it is written communication is good for the administrator, higher staffs. And whatever the gestures, whatever the expression, whatever the brainwash which you are speaking, will be good for the lowest staff. And next thing is conflict management. Conflict, the people have misunderstood. What is exactly is conflict? Conflict means the person or the people who are, for example, in the teaching institute or in any institute, conflict means person A and B. There is a conflict between A and B. A is a manager, B is an employee. What is the conflict? B is hindering the success of A. That means employee is hindering the success of manager, or manager is hindering or obstructing the success of employee, is called as conflict. And the employee is doing anything. For example, manager has given one work. For example, you think about hospital only. The dean has given one work that you should do the hand tests of all the hospital health workers, including doctors, nurses, and paramedical and attenders. Culture and sensitivity of all the hands of the people working in the hospital. Hands, just hands. You take the culture media, make that there are all the fingers are printed in the culture media. You go and see what is grown. Just example I am giving. So conflict means you will say that it's not possible. That can be a conflict. You say you accept that it is possible, but you do the things which such that won't work. Whatever the work they are given, that doesn't have done. You are obstructing that thing to happen. Either anyway, whatever you do. The exact definition is there. And remember, conflict itself I can speak about 10 hours. It's conflict itself. Types of conflict, interpersonal conflict, inter-college conflicts. Likewise, there are so many things. Conflicts, how you can manage. And intra, within the institution, within the department, within the two departments, within the two colleges, within the two countries, within the two states, within the two districts. Again, they are there. They will be there. And remember one more thing, whenever you speak about the positivity, negativity, whenever you speak about positive things, the positive things will be there everywhere. At the same time, negative things will be there everywhere. At the same time, even positive things will also be there. At the same time, even positive things will also be there. I always speak about this Tom and Jerry game. In the Tom and Jerry, the cat is following the rat, rat or mice, whatever you say, and the mice runs with the energy, with the spirit. It's called as life-saving spirit. Life-saving spirit, and such that it is for that mice, it is the question of its life, and for that cat, it is the question of its food. See, both. For the cat, it is the question of its food. It's hungry. They are running. Cat is running. With that food fighting spirit, And for the rat, it is the question of its life. Rat is running with the life-saving spirit. I would rather say for the people, for the youngsters, you should work with the spirit of rat or mice fighting spirit. That is called as life-saving spirit. That's what is burning in a burning desire and all. It's all about. It's all rat fighting spirit. It's called as rat fighting spirit. Now what I'm trying to say here is the person, the people, the things. Rat fighting spirit. If you work in that spirit, if you work with that Josh, you will definitely achieve the success. There is no doubt in it. You definitely achieve the success. There is no doubt in it. You will definitely achieve the success. There is no doubt in it. But what they are trying to say here is, so maximum possible thing the mice can do, it will run with that energy. Possible things, maximum effort, maximum things it can do, it will do. That is what is life-saving spirit or mice running spirit. So maximum possible from its side, it will do. The rat or mice will do. Maximum possible spirit, maximum possible energy, and if the person does with that spirit any work, definitely he'll achieve the success. Definitely. And efficient. He will work definitely he will work efficiently with that spirit. And so that's called as rat, mice, Tom and Jerry spirit and all that life-saving spirit. For the cat it is like food. If he runs fast, that's also spirit will be there. Food. It's the question of its food. So it's running. But when you compare it with the life-saving spirit, this food-saving spirit will be less only. But still, whenever you are working for your food, the spirit will be lesser only. But whenever you are thinking that it is your life, you have to work efficiently, you have to perform efficiently, then definitely you will achieve the success. That's what they are trying to say. So, like that, so you need to have work efficiently. Now one more thing I just want to add here. Conflict management, again I can speak about that 10 hours about that. It's not about interpersonal relationship, again how you manage it. And see, whenever you are achieving success, whenever you are near success, they do so many things such that you should not move forward and you should achieve the success. Or the people you are surrounding, whatever the person you are surrounding, whatever the situation is there, they are trying to pull you back. That will be their negativity everywhere. It is there everywhere. It's not there in, you cannot say that it's there in somewhere, but it's not there like that. So it will be there everywhere. So you have to do with them life-saving spirit. And one more thing I just want to add here. So whenever in healthy relationship, the interpersonal relationship, I say a healthy relationship. What is this healthy relationship? What is this? It's very simple. So be professional. When you are working in your professional institutes or professional, be professional. Limit your relationship to the profession itself. You cannot mix the professional and personal things. That will spoil you. So keep the professional things professional, personal things personal. You separate those things, you definitely will achieve the success. That's not a problem for you. So what I'm trying to say here is, don't mix your professional and personal things. And one more thing I just want to add here, and myself, Dr. Thipperudraswamy, I have written on personality development system, and I have planning to do a Guinness Book of World Record with the longest speech marathon. So I plan to do a trial video. So I think I can do it. next I will try to do a 12-hour video, continuous video, so that I can upload it in the YouTube. Likewise, on some 10 videos, if I upload now, that will be a proof that I have a material for which I can speak for 100 hours in 5 days. If I speak for 100 hours in 5 days, that will be a Guinness Book of World Record, and I've already registered for that. Now, what I'm trying to say here is, what is this healthy relationship? See, whenever in a relationship, for example, between the colleagues, in a relationship, you are doing only professional things and keeping the personal and you are not mixing personal and professional things, and you are working efficiently. That is a healthy relationship, and in Kannada it is called as Arogyakara Vatavarana. It is much needed. It is needed for most of the people for their working, for their effective working, effective performance. And remember, in the personality, performance is also a part of the personality. That to effective performance. What is performance? Performance means you have to work efficiently. So I always say, when the word comes performance, I always say that keep it simple. Keep it very simple. That means, for example, I'm just giving the example, you are doing some test, microbiology test or something. You should have standards. You should have SOPs, standard operating procedures, such that you will be working effectively. Make it simple. This is the first step, this is the second step. Make it simple. Total 5 steps are there. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4 and step 5. One after that. 5 steps if you tell, that's more than that. That's over. But what I am trying to say here is, these are the things which makes your work easy, which make you work efficiently. See, these are the things which will come to your mind while performing. Keep it simple. Whenever they ask about performance, I say you keep it simple. You understand the concept correctly and thoroughly, implement it very easily, in an easy manner. Now, what I am trying to say here is, in the performance, effective performance is much needed. Everyone will perform. Everyone is going to perform. So, what is the difference? What a possible thing you are doing? That is seen only with effective performance, effective management, and understanding the procedure thoroughly and making it very simple, performing it very simple is very much needed. That you have to remember. Now this performance, stress management, time management, conflict management. See, negotiation. In the conflict management, main thing is negotiation. Negotiation and adjusting. And two people are competing for same thing, same work, negotiation. Remember, in the conflict management, the only thing which helps you is negotiation. Negotiation is the only best way of managing the conflict. And reward again, awards and rewards. Sometimes punishment, whatever you keep for the doing wrong things, that is a reward. Once they are afraid, students or medicos or doctors, junior doctors, when they are afraid of the punishments, they work effectively and efficiently, and that is much needed in their management. So what I am trying to say here is, so management, that punishment, rewards and awards, they are much effective in the management of the situation. And now the very important and serious topic is sexual harassment at workplace. Remember, sexual harassment, they do say that it's mainly for the female staff happening, and you should be aware of it. See, sexual harassment is any work or anything done with an intention of sexual favor. Either it can be a male or a female. Anything done with an intention of sexual favor is sexual harassment. Remember this. Understood? Anything that is done with an intention of sexual favor is sexual harassment. So, what exactly is this sexual harassment? And they do say females have more probably or more prone for sexual harassment. But one thing I can show, one thing I can admit: the person who has sisters, the person who was born in the womb of a good mother, the person who has having grandmothers, and he will never do a sexual act. That is for sure, 100%. He will never do a sexual act. And one more thing they are trying to say: he will never do it. He will never do a sexual act. That is for sure. And sexual harassment, they do ask whether it is a crime. Yes, 100% is a crime. And I've seen people using sexual harassment as a weapon against some effective person, some efficient worker, some leader. Why they are doing these things? Some people are doing it for money. Some people are doing it for character assassination. Whether it is wrong or good, that's again different issue. But what I'm trying to say, at first instance in the sexual harassment, don't die. You are not charged anything. You will find maximum 50,000 and you will no problem. Okay, but at least don't repeat it again for anyone. I'm trying to say, and for the abusers, I'm trying to say, and for the victim, I'm trying to say, 99% of the sexual harassment cases are avoided just by saying and notifying it. Just say to the person, you are doing this is sexual harassment, you are doing this, please stop doing it. That itself, definitely that itself can help you in relieving your sexual harassment. So what I'm trying to say here is, yes, sexual harassment is a crime. Yes, definitely it is a crime. And when the boys and girls are close to each other and asking for a date is a sexual harassment? No, it is not a sexual harassment. Unless the female finds weird about it and the boy is really weird, it is not a sexual harassment. Anything you do with an intention of sexual favor is sexual harassment. So that's why this everyone should know actually. Everyone definitely should know actually. Anything done to anyone with an intention of sexual favor is sexual harassment. Some people say some manager withholding a promotion for sexual favor is a sexual harassment. Again, I have discussed in my previous videos what exactly types of sexual harassment and all, but I am trying to say here it is sexual harassment. Even sexual harassment I can speak for more than 5 to 6 hours. Giving you the examples. But now, what exactly I'm trying mean to say here is sexual harassment is a crime. Definitely, it is a crime. And what you have to do for that? What better you can do for that is the for sexual harassment you can do notifying it, telling the patient, telling the victim, abuser that you are doing this and this is a sexual harassment. That itself can help you in 99% of the situation. Yeah, 99% of the situation that itself can help you. And female employee, female empowerment. We always speak about that. Female empowerment, female employee. So remember, there was saying in Sanskrit, yatra naryante pujyante ramante tatra devataha. That means wherever you are going to worship females, that means give respect to females, the God is going to be there at that place. So always give respect to females. And there were so many mails coming to me asking you for how you can, whenever we see the female employee, we have that sexual harassment urge will come to us. For them I will try to say, if you have a daughter, if you have a wife, if you have a sister, if you have a mother, you definitely never have that sexual harassment thing will definitely never come to you. That's for sure, clearly. Because you can't do that. So that's why I'm trying to say you should have a filters in your brain. What are those filters? Those filters are called as you should have a filters in your brain, and those filters are called as grandmother filters. For the males I'm saying grandmother filters, mother filters, sister filters, daughter filters, and why these filters? That means if you are, I'm speaking about some person who is aged some 25, 26 or 30, below 30, he should have a grandmother filter, male I am speaking about. Whenever he is speaking to the people who are older to him, who is of age of his grandmother, for example, is a person of 30 years, age 58-year-old senior staff is just like his grandmother or rather mother. Whenever he is speaking rude or arrogantly, you should have a grandmother filter. What did exactly mean grandmother filter? Can I say this to my grandmother? Can I say this to my mother? Can I say this to my sister? Should be there. Then only you can behave properly. This 99% is sexual harassment is problem with the 99% I'm saying. This is the professional and personal only. When you make it, when you have the filters, you can give respect to the elders, grandmother, mother, and sisters, you definitely want to. And for the females, but it's rare females doing sexual harassment to male, but still it is there, and it is been reported in US, United States of America, and UK. About 11 to 20% of the cases of male complaining of sexual harassment. You have seen the movie Athras, can be there. See, there is no concept, there is nothing like you cannot have the male complaining of sexual harassment about the females. Can be there. But about 80% of the cases is female complaining about males doing sexual harassment. Done. But even the cases reported in US and UK, there are the cases there. So females should have a grandfather filter, brother filter, sister filter, brother filter, grandfather filter, father filter. What does that mean? Mainly, can I say this to my grandfather? Especially this happens, can I say this to my father? Can I say this to my brother? Can I say this to father? Like that, one boy was there who was aged at 30 years, I was saying, and he went to his senior staff, she was working. She told, while going downstairs, you can bring one coffee to me. Suddenly he replied, no, he is thinking that she is controlling him, she is overpowering him. But he suddenly told, no, it's not possible. No, that is is this a sexual harassment? It can be a sexual harassment. That's what I am trying to define it as. Anything, acts, events done expecting sexual favor is sexual harassment. So that's why in those cases you should think more. Okay, doing one favor to one elderly lady is a good thing only. You can do that. That's why I'm saying you should have grandmother, mother, and sister filters, such that you don't do such things. But one more case and one more scenario I just want to put into your notice. That is a boy aged 30 years who was in the young age he became the manager of that institute. Now he has below him about 20 people who are aged elder than him. He has to execute work from them. He has to do the work. At that time I already told you, personality and attitude matters. So you should have an attitude and personality and the tone such that you get your work done. That's why I'm saying. So personality is different, and administration and management. You should learn those things. Now I am mainly worried about the personality development system. So I have received so many mails and so many calls across the world. Why you have written the book on personality development system? And in that book so much you have written, so much you have added, but the people read and so many are there just like slides. So many things are like slides. And one more thing I have to discuss, actually it is called as fishbone diagram. A Japanese student who has failed in his exam will write a fishbone diagram. I read it in some book. about this, and I just want to put it here also. What was that fishbone diagram? Just like a fishbone, center one line, the parallel lines, perpendicular lines to that line. What in one side is to write the problems, in other side is to write the solutions to those problems. That means if he has failed in the first test, yes, my handwriting was not good. So what I have to do? I have to write the copyrights. That is the solution for that problem. No, I didn't read more. I didn't give more time for reading. So for the solution for that is cut down your playing time. No, my perception capacity is less. So I have to work more. My remember capacity is less. So then you have to memorize more than 5 times. Likewise, he started writing the problems on one side and solutions on the one side. So that is called as fishbone diagram. And remember, by writing the fishbone diagram, the students are going to make in the next test such that they to get pass and good marks in the next test by overcoming those. So for example, one student A, he has scored, for example, out of 100 he has scored 20 and is failed in first test. He wrote the fishbone diagram, problems, solutions. He got 50. The next test again he wrote the problems. Some of the problems are solved, some of the problems are not completely solved, those problems, and the new problems, the solution for them. Later, the second test he scored 80. Again in the third test he did the same thing and he scored 95. So what I am trying to say is, if you write a fishbone diagram now, it doesn't mean that you will get the success next day or next test. You may improve only some 30% or 50%. Again you need to do it. Again you will improve still further like that. So it is a success is a continuous process, just like a learning. And there are people who are saying that if you success, you cannot. There is one saying in our Kannada that you cannot put your legs on two boats such that you move forward. No, it cannot happen. You should concentrate on one thing and you should work on that thing. And one more thing I just want to add here on our Dr. Sri Vijay Sankeshwar sir is an entrepreneur, is a leader, is also a leader, political leader. He has done so much good things. He was saying there are some instances happened for him that he went to some companies and he was getting irritated by them, but still he didn't leave. He keep on working, improving his work, and he achieved a success. And success is nothing that you will definitely get immediately. He was saying that actually I learned from his video only, that after about 10 to 15 or 20 failures, you'll have only one success. See the rate of success. For one success, you need to have 20 to 25 failures. So that means you should keep on working, keep on managing, keep on improving. Failures and success, I already told you, there is a very thin line difference between the failures and success. But when you keep on working, when you keep on improving, you definitely have a success. After about 10 to 15 failures, you will have only one success. Again, after about 10 to 15, 20, 25, 30 failures, you will have one success. But you will be improving. Failures are there to teach us, that's it. And success is there to maintain. We need to maintain the success. Maintaining the success, 99% of the people fail because they cannot maintain the success. So that's what I'm telling you. So you need to maintain your success. That is very important. maintaining your success is definitely much needed, very important in your life, such that you will achieve the success. And now one more thing which I want to add and discuss here is there are many thin difference. We are defining success. What exactly this success is? That person is having more time. Yes, definitely successful. That person, you can. How can you define success? That's what I'm trying to say. One is the person is having more success. The person is having more money. Then he will be successful. He will be called as success. Time, money. Then what? Respect. Yes, he has so much respect. Then he will be successful. So, likewise, you can define success, and you should define your success. So, after reaching the success, if you have more time, then you can be successful. After reaching the success, if you have more money, then you can be successful. After reaching the success, if you have more respect, then you can be successful. So you should define your success and achieve it. One more thing I just want to say here: recognition of success. Recognition of success, or recognition of the fact that you are near the success. How it can be done? That can be done only by you should be aware of the facts. Or rather say the things which say that you are near the success or you will be successful. That thing is achieving success. So this problem is faced by the people who are near the success or who have already achieved the success. This can be defined in two things. One is lack of achieving the success, but they are near the success, and next thing, lack of maintaining. The people will say to you that he is a mad, he is a psycho. Remember, saying someone that he is a mad, he is a mentally retarded, he is a psycho, is a mental harassment. But the people will do this to suppress you, to depress you. Whatever things you do, whatever things you work, whatever things you are doing, they say and they relate that you are mad. With that you are with you, that part of your work. They are eager. They are fast enough to say that whatever things you do, he is a mad, so he has done it. He is a mad, he has done it. So likewise, it is called as personal attack also. And remember, it is a crime to say someone without any any bad intention. To say someone he is mad, he has gone mad, is a crime, is a mental harassment. Remember what I am trying to say. But they do that. At that moment you should catch that you are near the success. And one more thing you have to remember is whenever you are near the success, there will be a negative environment created surrounding you. When everyone is saying negative things, everywhere negative things are happening, at that time you think that you are near the success. Don't worry about anything, you need to maintain it. When they say you are mental, they attack you personally about any of your personal things or anything, and when they speak negative, and they create a negative environment around you. You think that you are near the success, you stick to it. One more step, one more step, one more step you say, and you stick to it, you definitely achieve the success. That is a this I've explained in my previous videos. Now I am mainly doing this talk for the longest speech marathon of I am doing the Guinness Book of World Record of continuously speaking for 100 hours about the personality development system, and I have already registered in the Guinness Book of World Record, and I can speak continuously for 100 hours with some minimal gaps and personality development system, so that I can achieve them. I can do the Guinness record. Myself, Dr. Thipperudraswamy, I have written a book on personality development system. Now, what my point here is, whatever may be the situation scenario, the management skills, they definitely play an important role, especially for the doctors. And someone was speaking about communication skills. So actually, I want to do a personality development system, separate subject for all medical students. And they were saying that here officially, even in my Medical Council of India, and when I discussed with them, when I had a meeting with the Medical Council of India, fraternity people, and office bearers, they're saying that how you can implement it. See, implement action plan. Everything has an action plan, practical record, theory, topics, questions. Everything I've sent to the Medical Council of India. See, all the work for this is done by me alone. Remember that that thing, and it is mainly done by myself. No one has contributed to it, and that too by listening to the videos, and by seeing the movies, by seeing the things, and by reading the books. I have prepared these things, and I might have copied from some of the textbooks or something. But some things are my own. Remember how I started writing the book. I simply one day, and one more thing I remember, I am good narrator and creator. I am good at narrating and even creating. That's my habit. I was doing this. And one more story, before telling my story, I just want to say one more thing. And it has also two stories about success only, the people management only. So they say the bamboo tree, when you put the bamboo tree, the seed will take 5 years to grow above the earth. After that, in 6 months, the tree grows above the earth, about, for example, very fast. 6 months complete. Whatever the bamboo tree you are seeing is completely grown above the ground in 6 months, but the seed will take minimum 5 years to grow. Seed will take 5 years to grow for building the roots, but after 5 years, whatever the upper portion of the part you are seeing in the ground above the earth is grown in 6 months. And the people say that the bamboo tree grows in 6 months, but I would rather say that it goes in 5.5 years. Why 5.5 years? Because in 5 years, the seed has built the roots for that much longer tree which was growing above the earth. It has taken 5 long years to build his roots, and later in 6 months it has grown. For that big appearance, for example 60 feet or 50 feet or 20 feet, whatever you see the bamboo trees, it has taken 5 long years for the seed, and that has grown in 6 months. Similarly, in everyone's personality, you need to build your roots. What are those roots? Is conflict management, time management, stress management, performance, improving your performance, personality development. All. And one more thing I have heard. So that's why in the whatever the things you are saying above the ground is all your success. So build the roots, you will definitely achieve the success. So that's why I was trying to say someone again was saying me was asking me, so why you are doing these things? What is the benefit for you? What is the benefit for the people? I would rather say, see, this is what I am doing only to further heal the world. I cannot completely heal the world, but at least from possible from my side, if at least in the world from 100 people or 1000 people get inspired by my talk, my book, I'm happy. So likewise in the human life, so you have to first initially build the roots. Take time, no problem. Take 5 years, 10 years, build your roots. Then you grow further. And one more thing, when our one scientist was walking in the train, someone was traveling in the train, scientist, one person sitting next to him asked the novel he was reading, and he asked person A, he told, sir, what do you think about God and this creature and all? What is the order of these things? Is it worth it? Some people are simply worshipping. What is this? So then after that he asked, what do you do? Yes, I'm a sports person. Okay. What, he asked the scientist, what do you do? I'm a scientist. What's your name? My name is Sir Thomas Alva Edison. Okay, very good. Okay. So you come to my house one day, just visit my house one day. I just want to speak with you. Then the person yes says, okay sir. Next day he comes to the scientist's name, Sir Thomas Alva Edison, and he has kept the models of sun, moon, earth, all planets and all. He has created the solar system model. Scientist suddenly asks the person here, sir, see sir, this is our solar system and all. And sir, how this has come? He'll ask the person A, scientist will ask, this is solar system, but how this has come? So you have created or someone has created, that's it, how it will come that? No, it has created by itself. No one has created. I simply locked my room and my house, and I was with you in the train. Yesterday night it has been created. Sir, you are lying, that's not possible. What you are speaking, it's not possible. So you either you have created, or someone else who was living in this house has created, or someone has kept it from, it has been created somewhere else and it has kept in your house. Then he replies, similarly, whatever we people are here, whatever the earth, sun, everything is there is someone who has created it. Definitely there is someone who has created it. That is God. That is what is a belief. A big positive person, big positive energy is there with taking care of us. The people are living with that belief. And Mr. A, please don't disturb the people with your thoughts and your ideas that God is not there. And then again, it all depends. It's your perception, it's your thinking, it's your belief, no problem. But don't try to make the people that there is no God. And there should be if something is there should be a creator for that. Then we are there, then there should be a creator for us. That is God. Then he suddenly did namaskar. Yes sir, you are correct. God is there, and he went on. That's what I'm trying to say. Yes, there are so many. I'm not saying the people that you believe in God, but you believe that there is a creator, there is some positive energy, to whichever caste you belong to, whichever religion you belong to. But there is some positive energy which has created us and which is taking care of us. So that's why. So there is So this is a small story about that. So now one more thing I am telling about my personality development system. Okay, I used to write simply. I used to write simply these stories, positive energy, positive perception, how the people can improve their personality, and I simply keep on writing whenever I was free. One day I thought this can be a book. This can be a book. And someone told slides exactly as slides I have taken because for the better understanding of the people. Harley Davidson in 1940 was just like a cycle. I am speaking about Harley Davidson bike. It was just like a cycle in 1940. Now it is costing crores of money. Similarly, my book is also whatever ideas, whatever things I just want to put it in the personality development system. I have kept it and I have included in it. And my intentions are very clear. I am not expecting any money for any royalty for my book. I just want to make this book as one of the subject for the medical student, such that they will be strong minded and they are able to manage the situations in the hospital, and they are able to handle the situations in the hospital, and mainly for the management skill for the medical students. If you make this book as one of the subject for the MBBS students, medical students, then the people are, the students are going to learn about these personalities and all, and they will have the management skill, and they are able to deliver the health uh, facilities effectively to the people. And some people told me there are so many management schools are there, management courses are there, they're going to learn from there, it's not a big deal. And that also I accepted, and they told that we are going to give training to MBA students with them, and I did. No, I always prefer for the medical students, the non-medical people teaching medical students, I always hate. Not now, I am hating since a long time. I just hate the non-medical people teaching the medical people. I just hate because they don't know about medical people. They are not suffered what are the medical students' situation in their art. So I just hate that. So that's why I'm trying to say, you do a separate subject such that you better initially include with the community medicine, so it will be a part of them. Later you do the PGs, just like microbiology earlier it was a part of pathology. Later it gets separated and it becomes separate subject microbiology. Likewise, with the community medicine you include this subject, introduce this as a new subject to the medical students. You have a theory classes, practical classes, train the students accordingly. Later you do the PG sheet of the personality development system, and then you separate the subject from the community medicine. I have given the complete action plan, and I have given how you have to train these community medicine people from the all colleges, government. There are maximum 500 colleges, medical colleges all over India. In community medicine people, 2 to staff you collect from each medical college, call them for the training, give them the book, manual, everything ready, okay, including the charts and all. Make them how you can possibly manage the situation, and train them for at least 1 month. Then you tell them to read, let them give the exam, the community medicine people, let them give the exam. They will pass in that, and those colleges will be given the eligibility to introduce subject. You have to introduce it simultaneously in all the colleges, but those teachers who has passed the test, personality development test, will be eligible to do the teaching. We need only 2 teachers, no problem. With the other staff, community medicine staff, you can do the theory classes and practical classes. After about 3 or 4 5 years, you will have the PG seats in all the colleges simultaneously, and once there are PGs, you can separate the separate staff department from community medicine. That's what I have put a proposal for the Medical Council of India. I don't know, they are saying in different things, but according to me, personality development system should be a separate subject. Again, I have trained people. They can see in the time management there is a four quadrant rule. So very important work, less important, very important, important, less important, very less important work. Likewise. Again, four quadrant. We'll discuss time management itself. I can speak about 10 hours. 10 hours I am speaking. 10 hours I can speak. Situation analysis I can speak about 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours. So likewise, what I'm trying to say here is, so these management skills every medical student should learn, such that it will be helpful for them. I'll just keep on writing the things, whatever the possible situation these medical students will face. And I started reading the books. I started analyzing the situation. I started listening to the videos and all. Keep on writing in my way. I just keep on writing. Later one day I realized that it was almost a book of about 1,000 pages. And my collections. I used to take the printouts whichever I find interesting, and I started collecting all those. My own handwriting I started writing, and I started collecting them. And I made one, and it was somewhere around 1,500, 1,600 pages. And later when I gave it for printing, they made it to 1,000 pages. And some of the slides I myself told them, you keep them as like that only for the better understanding. I can refine it. And remember one thing, for the personality development system, each and every penny I have spent it from my pocket. No one has funded me. No one has given you any single rupees. So that's why I'm trying to say, whatever possible from my side I have done to introduce new subject on personality development system. I have discussed also. So now I am trying to give a talk of about 100 hours in 5 days. That will be will be in Guinness Book of World Record as the longest speech marathon. And then I think the people from all over the world are going to see about this personality development system. I have put so many videos. They are there in my pages, Facebook pages and YouTube. And even I heard that the people of Harvard University are reading my book, are interested in my videos. And sometimes that's what I told to my parents and all. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that much capacity or that much money to read in Harvard University. It's a very big university. I know that. And I don't have a capacity or money to read in that. But the people of Harvard University who are reading my books, I've received a mail from the people of UK, some university, some Glasgow University. I received a mail from some student of Glasgow reading my book. I don't know, but these are the things which really makes me happy and really makes me feel proud, such that people all over the world reading my book. And my languages are very simple. I have made it very simple and very easy, such that any student, if he reads the book, should understand the management skill, should know the management skill, so that he can manage efficiently and he can work efficiently. It is mainly for doctors. I am mainly worried of the doctors, the medical students, medicos, whatever you call dental students, denticos, and the interns, medical interns, postgraduate students, junior residents, and the senior residents, because they are the people who face the problem in emergency management, and they are the people who are doing the night duties, and they have this. They lack money. According to me, I have seen doctors lack the management skill. You believe it or not, about almost 30% of the people, 30 to 40% of the people who have done DM, MD, and MBBS, they are doing simply the official works. They are in the good position, but they are, rather than practicing, they are doing the official work, paperworks, and they are there. But you don't say that they don't have the skill. They definitely have the skill, but they don't know how to manage. I think you have heard about the doctors that the doctors who has taken 10 years to complete his MBBS, he is doing very well in the private practice. Very well. You believe me or not? He is doing very well in the very private practice. private practice. That means is you analyze that in a different way. Now he has taken 10 years to complete his MBS but doing very well in private practice. The person was the distinction student in MBBS. He is not doing private practice itself. He is doing the official work. Then why I am saying these things means it does management skill does matters. Leadership qualities does matters. Communication skill does matters. Conflict management does matters. Time management does matters, and stress management does matter. Time management, how emergency you prioritize the cases. Which case should be given more importance? Which case should be given less importance? Prioritize them. That is very much needed in the effective working. So again, there are so many rules also in the management rules also, and I have my own alphabetic rule of personality development system, and I would rather say it as a positive personality, alphabetic rule of positive personality, which I have discussed in my earlier videos. But now what I am trying to say here is, so whatever may be the situation, whatever may be the scenario, you should know management. I am mainly worried about the doctors. So I think I am tired. I can continue, it's not a problem. Believe me, I started this video almost in 10 o'clock, and now it's almost 12. We are in 12, in 1 o'clock. So and after my this day complete work, I am doing this. Initially I thought I can do only half an hour or 1 hour. Now I am able to do it for 3 hours. I don't know. After complete, I have not slept in the afternoon. Believe me. After doing my regular work, at 10 o'clock I started. It's all switch off and on. With that I started the video. If you are listening this video from the beginning, you came to know. But now what I am trying to say here is, I will definitely do the Guinness Book of World Record of longest speech marathon. I definitely have a content, and I will do the trials. Since I'm working, I don't get long time. So, but continuous 12 hours maximum videos I am going to do, and I'm going to put it in the YouTube. 1, 2, 3 labeling part 1, 2, 3. Likewise, at least a 12-hour video, 10 videos if I put, it is almost 120 minutes. That I'm going to. Those are all my trials and contents. And later, definitely, I am competing for the title longest speech marathon in Guinness Book of World Record, which is recently done by our Indian Kerala person, and he did it somewhere 82 or 84 hours in 4 days. But I'm planning to do it in 5 days, maximum 100 to 120 minutes. My target is 120 minutes. I don't know, in the end my stamina may be lowered, so I'm restricting to 100 to 120 minutes in 5 days. So now I will be doing the videos, 12-hour videos continuously about the topic, and I'll put it as 10-12 hour videos, and those are all my trials. And definitely I'm competing for the longest speech marathon as the Guinness Book of World Record. Thank you so much. Myself, Dr. Thipperudraswamy. I have written book on personality development system, and they are asking why you are doing. See, this is my way of creating awareness, especially for the doctors, about the book on personality development system, such that the people are going to make the personality development system as one of the prime subject that do in the 3rd year. Very proposal I have given, including the classes and the practicals management and practicals practical book and theory book and question bank. Everything I have given to the Medical Council of India. Let's see, but my intention, I am very much, they say I am rigid or stubborn, I don't know, but I just want the personality development system to be the one of the subject for all the medical students. Thank you so much. Jai Ganesh, Jai Shri Ram. And this is video. I think it has cost 3 hours, but definitely this is one of the prime step for my success of longest speech marathon. I will doing for the Guinness Book of World Record. Thank you so much. Myself, Dr. Thipperudraswamy. Myself, Dr. Thipperudraswamy. I have written book on personality development system. Thank you so much. Jai Ganesh, Jai Shri Ram.